Last week, I got to visit the oldest town in North America, St. Augustine, Florida. I went on several different tours, and on one of these tours was of the old jailhouse. This jail is known for its harsh, inhumane conditions and closed in 1953 because of those harsh conditions. If you were on death row, you could see the gallows from your window, which is kind of cryptic. The sheriff's quarters were truly amazing. It was as if no time has passed. This office belonged to the sheriff, Joe Perry, and he was known for being a really big man, 6'5", 300 something pounds. There he is now. Some people say that he is the reason no one ever escaped this jail, but I would say it's because this is the warship of jails. Just strong steel and concrete everywhere. This was the first prison of its kind and used as the blueprint for many other prisons in America. Next on this tour is the oldest store museum. This was incredible to see how people lived in the late 1800s, what they would buy, how much it cost, and what their everyday lives consisted of. St. Augustine owes a lot of its developmental progress to a man named Henry Flagler. You might have heard the name Flagler before from Flagler County, Flagler Beach. I'm sure a lot of roads named after him. He was a key developer and investor in the development of St. Augustine. Flagler College is one of, if not the most expensive school to go to in the state of Florida. Beautiful campus, still very active student body. I thought this was kind of funny and cool. The little spiky ball chain that goes around the college was the actual same chain that was used in the harbor as a defense against enemy ships. St. Augustine is so full of history that I don't think I could ever fit it into this tiny video. But something cool that did happen was Martin Luther King Jr. came to St. Augustine to lead protests down this very street and led gatherings in local churches. And there are many streets named after him, but this one is very unique because it is one of the only ones that he did actually lead a walk down. Stepping back in time again for a minute, we went down St. George's Street, which has the oldest wooden schoolhouse in America, and I didn't know you could see the inside until this time, so I'm glad I got to see that, but I wasn't allowed to take pictures. My favorite part of the whole day was stumbling upon this pirate museum, which I was not expecting to go into. It was so cool to see all of the pirate paraphernalia. I was just being a little piratey geek, and there I am with a real-life pirate flag. Stepping even further back in time. Oh, wait, is that a knight? Too far. Let's fast forward a little more again. Now we are at Castillo de San Marcos, the oldest masonry fortress in the U.S., built by the Spanish in the late 1600s. There were other forts before this one, but this was the very first of its kind, built to endure and absorb enemy attacks. When I look out at this harbor, I think of all the incredible things in history that happened here, going all the way back to the discovery of Florida and of North America. Thank you for joining me on History and Mystery. See you next time.